How's it going, guys? I wanted to make a quick video addressing my last video about the headlight switches. Now, I got a comment and I got a few messages asking me, hey, I already replaced the headlight switch. I'm still having issues. What's going on? Okay, the other 10% of your problems probably are somewhere up in the motor assembly area. Check your relay. Check your Milox connector. Check those connectors. Check the relay. If it's not either of those two, then you're gonna have to do this part. Online on the forums, you will see people talking about limit switches. You'll see people talking about bad wire connections or stuff that's inside the motor that you're gonna have to get to. Now, mind you, this motor was not designed to be serviced. It wasn't ever designed to be opened once it was put into the vehicle. Now, all of us dealing with it decades later have to take them apart to service them. It is not easy. It is not fun, and it would take an experienced person. It takes me at least an hour to get the rubber boot off. It takes an experienced person maybe 3 hours to do this. And that's with all of taking off and putting it back on from start to finish. About 3 hours to do. So you gotta set apart 3 hours of your day. Now let's talk internals. This is what it looks like on the inside of your motor. So I've already got mine apart, so I'm just gonna pick it back up really quick. But yes, it will sit something like this. And you will take all the screws off the top. And then when you set it down, like so, you'll be introduced to your gear assembly. I'm gonna talk about this first because this is the one that a lot of people mess up. This is your gear assembly. Notice what it is made out of. It is made out of cork. In the 1980s, they used this style gear for a lot of non-critical functioning parts because this was designed to last a long time. It's in a sealed environment. It's in an enclosed environment, and it's got a rubber weather boot on it. There was never a point where they thought this would fail. These have failed lately. In the past couple of years, many people report these gears have failed. What happens is, since it's made out of cork, the teeth, some of mine are chipped, like that one right there, that set, they are chipped, but they are wide enough that the top of the worm gear here that runs the entire motor works enough to grab them and move them. So I'm already on a path probably where this is going to fail, and there is really no replacement. So yes, you want to take this out and clean the metal surface here. This is where your limit switches run. As you can see, you have 1 limit switch, 2 limit switch, 3 limit switch. And then you have plastic here and plastic here. These plastics tell the limit switches when the motor has reached full and down, or up and down, however you want to say it. When it hits this, plastic can't conduct electricity, the motor gets no response, it sends it back and goes, hey, stop. That's it. That's all it does. You want to clean the running area for your limit switches like I've done. Now, you do not want to use sandpaper, steel, the stuff from the sink, the steel thing. You don't want to use that. And you don't want to use anything too abrasive. If you abrase this plate and you cut it up and scar it up, the limit switches may not connect enough to do anything. They may come into contact with rust or a deeper groove and not have the space to really conduct electricity across this plate. So there's that. So you want to be careful with this. Another thing too you want to be careful with. There's a little tiny ball that sits right here, a little ball bearing. You will not want to lose it because it is impossible to find a replacement. You can find a replacement. It's just really hard and difficult to order just one. So I have a box of 700 because guess who lost mine? Yeah. As I said, doing this my first time was not fun. Then you have your limit switches. These are what a lot of people on the forums talk about. These 3 guys here. You just want to brush the tops of the limit switches and you just want to leave them alone. Don't push on them too hard. Don't try to bend them. Don't try to touch them in any way that could cause more damage to them. Just lightly rub all over them. Next, when you go to reassemble this, Don't put any lube or grease in with the gear. I know, crazy, but they don't make lube or grease for cork gears, as far as I'm aware. I've never come across someone that has corked gears and saying they need to lube them. There probably is some hobbyist out there that was probably going to scream at me that there is. That's fine. That's not automotive. That's probably a train set or something. That's not automotive work and not in one of our Porsches. So, leave it the way Porsche designed it. They did not put lube in here for a reason. Leave it alone. That is your inner workings of your motor. For a lot of people out there, they've never seen this. I mean, mine hadn't been opened probably since the Cold War. I mean, when my car was built in 1988, the Cold War was still ongoing, meaning that this thing had not seen the light of day until 2025. So, be careful when you do this work. I'm stressing it over and over again because I have seen what can happen when somebody damages this or ruins a component or breaks it. Then you have no pop-up assembly. It is better to have to manually raise your lights than to have no lights at all. Because at least you could drive at night. Yeah, it's a pain in the ass to pop the hood and turn it all the way up. Would you rather have that or no lights at all? So keep that in mind before you dive into this project. Thankfully, there's a couple good forums online that I have found that taught me how to do this the first time. Clark's Garage is a really good one. They have a whole section, but it's only in pictures and words. If you're someone like me who needs visuals and like hands-on, it's not really good enough. So like I said, if you want me to make a video on how to do everything from step 1 back here, all the way to here, and then back over there, I'm more than happy to do that. Just let me know in the comments. And I know this video is super long, but this video is really only designed for people who have one of these vehicles. Sorry, but it's true. All right, well, I'll see you guys in the next one.